Akhil, Varun, Nishant, and this is Asra. Today we are here with Mr. Parasuramlu sir, Principal of Government Junior College, Guduru, Mahbubabad district. And he was awarded as Best Lecturer of the Year in 2019. We are glad to have interview with you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the interview. Let's start. So, who inspired you to be in this profession?
First of all, introduce myself. After that, I will start. My name is R. Parasuramlu, Principal of Government Junior College, Guduru, Mahbubabad district. And I was appointed as Junior Lecturer in 2008 at the Government Junior College, Ettur Nagaram through APPSC, Andhra Pradesh Public Service Commission. And in Ettur Nagaram, I had worked as up to 3.5 years. After that, I transferred to Government Junior College, Guduru. There I had worked 2 years. Later, I had transferred to Government Junior College, Hanamkonda. I had been working in Government Junior College, Hanamkonda for 8 years. In 2021, I had promoted as principal and posted at Government Junior College, Keraveri. It is in Asgawal district, nearly Maharashtra border. In recent transfers, in 2024, August 1st, I have joined at Government Junior College, Guduru. When I was worked at junior lecturer also in that college. Recently, I have transferred to Government Junior College, Guduru and joined on 1st August 2024. Okay, start your interview.
So, who inspired you to be in this profession?
My English teacher, Nagendra Rao sir, and my intermediate lecturer, Sattar sir, inspired me a lot.
So, would you please share about your educational journey?
I was SSC in 1994-95. I failed in my SSC in 10th class. Total 11 members failed in SSC. 1 person failed in Telugu. Remaining 10 members failed in English. I was also one of that 10 members. I was failed in English subject. After that, at that time, no advanced supplementary examination. In October month, the government had conducted a supplementary examination. We lose 1 year time. I had completed my SSC in 94-95. Due to failure in SSC, I joined in intermediate in 96-98 academic year. I was passed English subject in 1995 November. Okay. When I was failed in my SSC, I have some work. My parents forced me to do some work. When I was doing that work, I realized myself when I was cutting the sticks on the top of the hill, one day a leaf of maize pressed into my calf. I was suffering from pain due to that leaf. On the hilltop, I realized myself, this is not the real life. So something is there. It is not suitable for me. When we have success, when we get success in life, the only thing is, the weapon that is education. At that time, I was realized and decided to study hard and get the job. Until I got the job, I never leave my studies. I never failed in my life after my SSC. That is the background of me. Do you understand? In
No.
my school, I was the last student, dull student. Regularly, my teacher beat me due to I have less marks. The teacher regularly called me in the class, "Where is Parshuramulu? Stand up." He asked me questions and I didn't reply his questions. Simultaneously, he gave me punishment. And after the class, he came to me and consoled me. "Don't bother about it. You are very height. Why don't you try to police department?" He forced me, encouraged me. Regularly he beat me. He beats me and encouraged me to do the police department, to get the job in police department. At that time, in my mind, I decided definitely I will become a police officer. I worked very hard for that. I practice regularly. I practice 12 kilometers running. When I was pursuing my PG, one of my professor and physical director told me, "Definitely one day you will become a police officer." He told me like that because of my hard-working nature. He observed me, closely observed me. He told me like that. I practiced a lot, worked hard, dedication towards that work. But unfortunately, at the time of events, I could not succeed. Here we should observe one thing, the importance of time. I lost the event, 100-meter event in half second. SI selections in Karimnagar. I completed 5 kilometers running race, and after that, in Ambedkar Stadium at Karimnagar, 100-meter event, I lose half second time. Half second time. Do you know how much time we have been wasting in our life? We have lost so much of time in our life. Each and every minute very, very, very crucial and important important in our life. The person who value their time, his time, who will give importance to his life, time in his life, definitely he will get success in his life. Half second time I turning up my life, waste of my hard work. So I suggest the students, don't waste your time. Utilize the time, maintain the discipline, and give importance to your time and get success in your life. I failed in I lose my practice due to did not succeed in 100-meter running race. I lose off second time. I lose SI job, Sub Inspector of Police. Already I have taken coaching for theory subjects. That was very helpful remaining competitive exams. I never disappointed. I never lose my confidence. That preparation helpful for my preparing of Public Service Commission exam. That is junior lecturer exam conducted February 25th, 2007. And I wrote that exam confidently. And in 2008 January, I got the post junior lecturer exam. That gave very much confidence. That gives very much happiness in my life. That success gave me happiness in my life. That is the background of me. Okay, carry on.
So nowadays, young students are not showing interest to go into teaching field. What are the reasons?
They are very much interested in dollars. They migrated to another country and earn money and high profession like software and earn money in lakhs per month. The younger minds definitely financially attracted by the software side. So they don't show the interest in teaching profession. You understand that? They go to abroad and earn money and build a luxury villa and lead a happy life with that money. Definitely each and everyone attracted money. Not interested in teaching profession. That is the major drawback for us.
Sir, nowadays technology has been improved very much, sir. How do you respond and how it uses for us?
As a teacher, must and should adapt to the new methods of teaching. That is one thing, technology. It's very useful for the teacher and it is very beneficial for the students also. But at the age of undergraduation level and graduation level, the students misuse the technology. That's not suitable for the students. Most of the students, here we have benefits and merits and demerits with the technology. We have lots of merits, but less demerits we have in education system with the technology. Students attract the technology for the demerits, not for the merits. My advice is, when the child is studying and using the technology, the parents must and should observe what the child observe in the computers, what the child learn from the technology. They must and should focus on their child. Definitely the children will get benefit from the technology. But nowadays the parents don't have that much of time to observe the students, their children. So the students, the age of the students misguided them to the untoward incidents through the technology. My advice is utilize the technology for their useful purpose. Definitely it will helpful. When we reach the competitive world, the technology is the useful weapon for the students to reach the global competition. This is my advice towards the technology.
Sir, nowadays technology has been improved very much, sir. How do you respond and how it uses for us?
As a teacher, must and should adopt the new methods of teaching. That is one thing, technology. It's very useful for the teacher and it is very beneficial for the students also. But age of undergraduation level and graduation level, the students misuse the technology. That's not suitable for the students. Most of the students, here we have benefits and merits and demerits with the technology. We have lots of merits, but less demerits we have in education system with the technology. Students attract the technology for the demerits, not for the merits. My advice is, when the child is studying and using the technology, the parents must and should observe what the child observe in the computers, what the child learn from the technology. They must and should focus on their child. Definitely the children will get benefit from the technology. But nowadays the parents don't have that much of time to observe the students, their children. So the students, the age of the students misguided them to the untoward incidents through the technology. My advice is, utilize the technology for their useful purpose. Definitely it will helpful. When we reach the competitive world, the technology is the useful weapon for the students to reach the global competition. This is my advice towards the technology.
So nowadays there is something called open book exams. Do you think that is helpful?
And as per myself, it's not suitable for an open book system. Before Corona, some of the values our students have. But after the Corona, the students lose the values of education. Okay. And we must and should develop the values in education system. Open book system is not suitable for the students because the students open each and everything, open the internet and search answer for their questions, but that will not give knowledge to the students.
Sir, what do you think about national education policy and how it is beneficial for the students?
Very good question. National education policy implemented by central government, but in our state government, the previous government did not implement the national education policy. The present government, the CM Revant Reddy, recently has told in the press conference, definitely we have to implement a national education policy from 24-25 academic year. As per my concern, national education policy, we have to improve our resources for our educational institutions with the help of implementation of national education policy. When we implement national education policy in our state, the central government has granted funds for our development of our educational institutions. That will helpful for the basic needs, provides basic needs in our educational institutions, especially in government educational institutions. We understand that. One more thing is, every year the +2 students attend JEE mains and JEE advanced exams. Most of the students in our Telangana state studied state syllabus. So they do not reach the levels of JEE mains and advanced. When we implement the national education policy, when we adopt the central syllabus, definitely it will helpful for our students to get the rank in JEE mains and advanced. That is another benefit for our students.
Sir, there is a lot of change in the educational system from your generation to our generations. What do you think that there are the change?
Good question. In those days, the teacher taught the lesson, we have to write orally. The teacher dictate orally. We have to write notes without observing the blackboard. But nowadays, the teacher has written on the blackboard. The student wrote blunder mistakes in his notes. Do you understand that? In those days we maintained standard education, but the education system degraded olden days to nowadays. In those days, we are afraid of teachers, but nowadays, the students closely move to the teacher and fearlessly ask their doubts, clarify their doubts, but they closely move towards the teacher. That is the major difference. Olden days and present days education system. But present days, the students not motivated by the teacher. The students follow the peer group students' attitude and their advice, not the teachers, not the parents. That is the major drawback in the present education system.
Thank you, sir, for your interview. Glad meeting you. Thank you. for your precious time. We are very thankful and thanks for inspiring us. Thank you so
Welcome.
much.
Welcome.